I'm back. So, like I said, my name is Adebayo, and I'm a licensed broker, licensed real estate broker in California. And my diary number is 012111674. I like to be transparent. Okay. As a first-time home buyer, do you feel concerned, stressed out, intimidated, anxious, or uncertain? Please type the one that applies to you while I wait. Thank you, Adam. Adam said he's anxious, and I can understand that because buying a house is a very big decision to make. I remember buying my first home. Even though I was then a real estate broker, by then I was stressed out because of the paperwork, lots of paperwork. There's no doubt. Thank you, Adam. How about you, Melinda? Okay, it looks like Melinda is. Hold on. See. Melinda, are you here? Hi, Melinda. Hello. Okay. What are the steps to home ownership? First step is what you are doing right now. You're in class. And the next thing to get a pre-approval. Pre-approval is as good as cash. Then once you are pre-approved, we know exactly what you qualify for. Then it's time to go house shopping, house hunting with a licensed realtor. Okay? Then we search and find. Once we find a house you like and you're happy to make an offer and then negotiate on your behalf. Then we do home inspection and in some cases, condo review. Once you apply for your pre-approval with a broker like me, I'm a mortgage broker, before I forget. We have to submit all the loan documents, then finalize freelancing, and then if everything goes well as expected, then you go ahead and sign the loan documents at the escrow office or at your house. And then you get a key and move in, and then you move in. It's a tedious process, there's no doubt. Usually escrow takes about 30 days if everything goes well. Sometimes we run into some issues, but those issues are nothing that cannot be resolved. No big deal. Okay, before I start, I mentioned that we go over some mistakes that people make. The first mistake, or mistake number one, is ignoring the first-time home buyer incentive program. There are so many programs right now. Late last year, we closed a deal with what they call a FHA loan, where they give you some money towards your down payment and even your closing costs. But there are requirements. Okay. Hold on. Let me remove this. This is blocking my view. Let's see. Charts. Hold on. Just a minute. Thank you. Okay. What's a first-time home buyer program? These grants are very specific to a region. It's dependent on your income, not dependent, sorry. Some of them are forgivable loans, and then we have down payment assistance. Down payment assistance, like I said, is offered sometimes by some cities like Riverside. Los Angeles is big on it. is to help people to purchase a house. As an example, one where we went through last year with the client, the purchase price was $550,000. The minimum down payment, because it was an FHA loan, was 3.5%, which came to $19,250. However, this person got a down payment assistance for $25,000. So in this case, the down payment assistance amount of $25,000 covered the minimum down payment and even the closing costs. She just had to pay for home inspection, and home inspection was about $300. This is just an example. Every situation is very different. As you can see, the FICO score is very high, 795. So she was able to get a very good rate of 4.75 on an FHA loan. Don't worry, I'll be going over some types of loans in a few minutes. Some types of loans. Okay, here we go. Here are types of mortgages that we have available. We have conventional, we have FHA. The one I just went through before this slide was an FHA loan. Then we have USDA, which is for rural areas like Little Rock in near Palmdale, California. Then we have VA. If you're a veteran, 0% down, 100% mortgage loan. You don't you don't need down payment at all. You can put some money down, but you don't have to. Okay. This may vary per lender requirements. We have what we call FHA, stands for Federal Housing Administration Loan. It's an FHA loan provides mortgage insurance on loans made by FHA approved lenders. There are lots of benefits of an FHA loan. Low down payment, 3.5%, with FICO score 580. I've seen some lenders that will go down to as low as $500 with 10% down. Easy refinancing with FHA streamline. I know you can read, but basically these are the benefits of FHA loans. Seller may even pay some of your closing costs up to 6%. If you have a good realtor like me, or the others that can do the same thing, get some closing costs credit from the seller. Every situation is different. Some sellers may not be willing to even give anything, but you can always ask. Okay. Then we have conventional loan. Conventional loan is a home buyer's loan that is not offered or secured by a government entity. It's available through or granted through several lenders. These are just some of the things you have to deal with when you buy a house. Down payment, credit score. Then we have what they call debt to income ratio. These are things that will be discussed when you book your private one-on-one appointments. Okay. Hold on. Speaking of appointments, special appointments or private appointment, I just put the link in the chat. So feel free to make your one-on-one appointments. Okay. What can't you use for down payment or closing costs? These are some of them are listed here, but not all of these can be used for down payment or closing costs. For example, you cannot use undocumented cash. Of course, you can get money from your 401k retirement accounts. You can get a gift from your relatives, mom, dad, cousin, brother. Credit card, no, because that will increase what you call debt to income ratio. What loan underwriters look for, what the underwriters look for are based on this: your ability to repay the loan, your willingness to repay the loan, and the collateral asset. What kind of assets do you have? Okay. At this time, Adam, do you have any questions? If you have any questions, that's not personal, because anything that's personal, we can go over during your private consultation. Okay, thank you, Adam. There are no questions. Let's go to mistake number 2. Oh, my slide is go back again. Not getting a pre-approval, which is what I mentioned before. You always want to get a pre-approval because the pre-approval tells the seller that you are serious. And lately, some agents have been making offers with no pre-approval. Your offer means nothing to the seller unless you have a pre-approval. These are the pillars of a mortgage approval. We look at your credit, your income, and your down payment. Lately, I've been seeing sellers that will look at the down payment. The more you put in, the more the better your chances of getting your offer accepted. Unfortunately, that's just the way some sellers look at it. Normally, we want to put about 3.5% down minimum on an FHA loan. On a conventional loan, normally it's about 5%, but the more you put down, the better you look in front of the seller. Like I mentioned before, loan pre-qualification. We look at your credit, your income, your assets. Pre-qualification can help you determine what house you qualify for. For example, we don't want to be looking at a $3 million house when you have not been pre-qualified. It's a waste of time of you and your agent and the loan, and you and your agents. Okay, it's always nice to get a pre-approval. Pre-approval means you've already applied, you've already completed the application, your credit score is being run, and we have look at your income and your asset. How much money do you have for down payment if you need one? Okay. These are loan pre-qualification. You don't want to, let me go over those first. You call us if you have any questions, continue living at your current residence, continue paying your rent or mortgage, continue to use your credit as normal. Keep working for your current employer, keep your same insurance company, stay current on all existing accounts. Now, I know you can read. Let me go over the done. Lately, I've been seeing people that will make a large purchase. Nope. Don't make any large purchases. Don't change bank accounts. Don't transfer balances. Don't close any credit card accounts. You are free to consolidate your debt onto one or two credit cards. You can apply for new or take out a new loan. You cannot apply. Don't apply for a new credit card while you are going through the process. Don't max out your credit card either. Okay? Underwriting pre-approvals was rate of this. Once you are pre-approved, then we look at the rate. Like right now, average rate on a 30-year conventional loan is about 6.375%. Now, we are allowed to monitor the rate for you until we feel like it's time to lock. But before we even lock the rate means okay, we see a rate at 6 point. Let's say we look at the rate today is 6.375 for you, and then tomorrow it goes on to, or maybe 3 days, or say Monday or Tuesday is not 6.125. The thing we will do is call you and tell you, where we call a rate alert, which alert you to let you know rate has gone down. You want to lock? We will not lock the rate until you say go ahead and lock the rate. Okay? You are the boss. Okay. When you have a pre-approval, you shop with confidence. You have a $500 money back guarantee, and your savings are priceless, because once you have your pre-approval, the seller looks at it, okay, this person is ready to go. You want to make sure you look serious. This makes you look serious in front of sellers. As an agent or broker, when I have a listing, if there's no pre-approval, I don't even look at the offer at all. It's a waste of time. Mistake number 3, using your bank. Banks are good to go to, but remember, they are only looking at one lender, which is them. When you go to a mortgage broker like me, you are looking at about 240 lenders. So most banks will charge you an origination, or this is what we call discount point. In large banks, you are one of 1,000 clients. To them, you're just a number, period. Large banks may not offer down payment assistance that is big. Lately, we had a client that came to us from Chase, and they had no down payment. We were able to get her into a house with $29,000 from a city in California towards that down payment. Mistake number 4, buying directly from a builder. Well, I've done some of this in the past. The cost of buying straight from a builder could go from $5,000 to $40,000. Why? The entire with 4.99, what I've been seeing lately, with the KB homes, Pacific homes here in the Antelope Valley area, even in Orange County. We just closed a deal where they were going to give the person $10,000 towards closing costs, and it didn't make any sense. So he came to us, we were able to bid the rate we were given, and they were able to get a better rate. They were giving them 6.99. We got them 5.875%. Big difference. These are the truth about buying straight from a builder. I'm going to go over the main thing. The closing cost assistance can be a bid for a higher interest rate. Nothing is free. It's America. Someone is paying for it. And what they do is they jack up the price, or they increase, excuse my language. The price are so high. They've already added some money to the price of the house. So they're not giving for free. You think they're giving for free, but they're not. They come in with, okay, we give you 4.99, and then we give you 5,000 towards the closing cost. All those things are being paid by you. A realtor works for you, and a sales agent works for the builder. So when you go into Klakebi, there's a sales agent. You don't want to go in by yourself. You want to go in with a trusted real estate agent. A realtor can help you make the best decisions financially as you build. A realtor is not you about what to look for during inspection and final walkthrough. Okay, let me talk about inspection for a minute. Home inspection is critical, and we're going to go through it in detail. We know what to look for, and if we find anything that's not right, we request that they fix it. Period. Mistake number 5, skipping a home inspection. This is huge. This is a true story. We sold a house in Cayenne Country last year, and the buyer decided not to have a home inspection. Home inspection costs about maybe $300 to maybe $500, depending on the size of the square footage of the house. But this person said, nah, okay. Then we said, okay, you have to sign a waiver. We want to protect ourselves. Now, after moving in, she found out that there were some things that were not disclosed, and there was some issues with the foundation. Came back to us, but because we documented everything, there's nothing she could do. And even though we told her several times, please have a home inspection done, and she said, nah, my brother's and he's a handyman, he can look at it. And the brother looked at it and said, hey, everything is fine. Only to find out everything is not fine. Cost of skipping home inspection is about $20,000, depending on what is wrong with the house. If it's a mold, maybe less than that. Or if it's the roof, the roof could cost you as much as $54,000. I was talking to a client in Kentucky last week. They have to change their roof, and the estimate they received, the lowest was $42,000. The highest was $58,000. So you never, ever want to skip a home inspection. Okay? When you purchase a house, you lose. If you don't do home inspection, you're losing your negotiation power. Because when you do the home inspection, if they find any safety issues, like I said, mold, foundation, roof, we can ask the seller to please fix those things or give us a credit towards fixing them. But if you don't do a home inspection, how will you know? You will know. Then you move in, all of a sudden, all these issues come up. And then once you move in, hey, you're your own. You have to pay for those repairs. So never, ever skip a home inspection. Mistake number 6. Sometimes we have clients that buy a condo and they want to skip what we call condo document. Here's why you don't want to skip a condo document. It could cost you $10,000, period. Any questions before I go over what we just discussed? As you can see on the screen, let's recap what we discussed today. Never ignore the first-time home buyer incentive program. Getting a pre-approval before home showings is very important. Don't just go to your bank for a mortgage. Use a broker with access to multiple, the key word is multiple lenders, including the banks. For me or for us with my mortgage company, we have so many lenders. We can ask for a quote from several lenders. When you go to the bank, you are looking at only one lender. Never skip a home inspection. Never buy directly from a builder. Have an agent represent you. I mean, you can buy from a builder, but don't go in by yourself. Go in with an agent like me to ensure that you have your best, that the person has your best interest. And lastly, never skip a condo document review if you are buying a condo. Question: has your time on this free webinar been well spent? Please put a 1, let me know in the chat. Thanks, Adam Johnson. I can say straight yes. Thank you. Do you feel confident in being able to purchase a home? Yes, thanks. Is it fair to say that using these tips will give you a significant advantage when buying a home? Thank you. And I don't know what you knew about the home buying process coming into the webinar today, but I'd be a safe bet that what we covered today was new and valuable to some of you. Do you want to spend more time with me where my team and I will personally invest in your success by going through this during our private consultation process or time? I'm now going to put a link for you to. I'm offering a free consultation for a limited time to help you accomplish your home ownership goals. I'm going to put a link in the chat at this time. So just a minute. There you go. Okay, thank you, Adam, for trying to complete the Mr. Johnson. Thank you. Yeah, as notice that you're scheduling, you schedule your. I'm gonna wait. You schedule yours for next week. Thank you. I'm gonna wait for a few minutes. And if you're watching the replay, you should be able to see the link in the replay. Okay, I'm gonna wait for a few minutes. While you're completing when you're scheduling the consultation. Okay, Mr. Johnson, I just noticed that you just schedule your consultation for next week. Okay, if you are once again, if you are watching a replay, you can feel free to schedule your consultation. Replay should be available. Mr. Johnson, just let me know that he's already scheduled his consultation. Okay, at this time, I would like to answer any questions that you may have. I'm gonna wait for a few more minutes while other people are trying to schedule the appointment, and someone just came in and left. Okay, that person scheduled the appointment. Okay, thank you, Maria. If the time available is right now on our schedule sounds good for you, please let me know. I can arrange a time that's convenient for you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. If there are no other questions, I'm going to end the webinar. Once again, feel free to watch your replay and you can schedule your appointment by going here. I'm typing the address in the chat. You can book your private consultation right here. There you go. Okay. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice evening. Bye-bye.